What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So today's been a pretty good day for NIO so far, and it's been a pretty good day just for the market in general. Most of the market has been up today, and NIO themselves are up over 3.3%, and they've actually been climbing pretty well today. I think it's possible by the end of the day that they'll hit that $19 mark again, because right now they're at $18.58, and that's not too far away. And their low for the day was $17.95, which was right after open, 5 minutes after the market opened. And since then, NIO's pretty much gone up most of the day. And then looking at the 1 week chart, they're actually up over 8% this week. And if you compare that to the previous week, they were down around 10%. And that was very similar to XPeng and Li Auto, which were both down around 10% as well. The whole EV market kind of suffered last week. Now for the most part, most of these companies are up this week. So we're going to go over exactly how NIO is going to last through some possible losses in the near future, and how they're going to continue standing up to some of the competition in the EV space. So according to Yahoo Finance, they think a lot of the growth for NIO has been due to the Robinhood effect. And if you don't really understand what this is, it's basically when a lot of people use Robinhood as their brokerage. And because Robinhood is so accessible and so easy to use, a lot of people will hear about a stock, maybe from YouTube videos or just in the news, and then they'll hop onto these stocks, inflating the price temporarily. And then after these people realize that it's not everything it's hyped up to be, they dip out, either secure some profits or they lose money, and then the stock tanks a little bit. And they also think all these positive drivers that have been happening could be replaced with negative ones in the near future, because all these Robinhood users have hyped up the price. And just the overall electric vehicle market has been up so high in the last few months that it's hard to see these smaller EV companies last through a big dip if it were to happen. Now obviously Tesla would last through because they're actually profitable and they have a lot more support than NIO does. And another issue is that a lot of investors have gone from trying to bet on the next Tesla, and now they're trying to bet on the next NIO. So people are investing in other EV companies like XPeng and Li Auto, hoping to find the next NIO, because NIO actually went up somewhere around 350 to 450% this year. I don't know the exact percentage, but they scaled very high very quickly. And now they seem to have support around $17, $18, $19, and they're not really dipping much below that, at least not in the last few weeks. So it seems like that's a good support area. But as these companies kind of calm down, or as a lot of people would call it, the electric vehicle bubble, as this cools down, a lot of investors are going to start taking a look at the fundamentals of all these companies and not just invest in them because it's hyped up and because it's all in the news and on YouTube videos and all this. So once all these investors realize the fundamentals of these Chinese EV companies, a lot of investors, especially US investors, might start pulling out of their positions because they might have just got in to ride the hype wave up and secure some profits. Personally, I think if you're going to invest in a company, you should invest long term. So if you're investing in NIO, you should buy these shares and plan on holding them pretty much forever. So NIO also has a market cap of around $24 billion. But this is based on their future growth potential, and it's not really based on current fundamentals and their current valuation. So the price that NIO has around the $17 to $20 area is somewhat taking into account the future growth potential and what NIO could be in the future. But a lot of people could say a similar thing for Tesla, that Tesla's stock price has been taking into account their future potential and their future sales and everything. But Tesla pretty much continued going up until this EV bubble pop, if you want to call it that, in the last week or two. But Tesla actually recovered pretty nicely today as well. So one other possible factor for NIO's price right now as well, and for people investing into NIO, is that NIO isn't really posting any profits yet. They're really heavy on the red side and they're still in the negative by a lot. But they have began to post positive gross margins, which is a step in the right direction, but they're still in the hundreds of millions of dollars in losses each quarter. And this is necessary as they're trying to scale and bring things internationally. But a company can't just keep going on forever if they're going to post hundreds of millions of dollars in losses each quarter. So I personally think once they start getting closer to the profit and breaking even, and once they do break into that profit margin, that's when you're going to see the stock price really go up. And that's when investors are really going to buckle down and start investing in NIO. But until that happens, I don't see the share price moving super drastically. But like I've mentioned in previous videos, I think they could hit $30 to $40 by the end of the year with fourth quarter sales coming up. But I just don't expect a huge growth like some people are expecting. So for those of you who made it this far into the video, I'd be curious how many shares of NIO you currently own, and if you're planning on adding more to your portfolio. Leave a comment down below letting me know how many shares you currently have and if you're planning on buying more. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.